Can we talk now? Awesome. Welcome on in, everybody. My name is AirAngel. Welcome to Power Up with Pride, Winter Pride 2020. I am so excited to be here with one of my best friends and mods, Deus Rena. Deus, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. So we are going to be bringing you the Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon R on the SNES. We're going to be using an app called Parsec for some co-op social distance safety gameplay. If you haven't seen this game before, it's a lot of fun. It's straight up beat 'em up, and it's kawaii, it's chibi, and it's amazing. But if you want, we can get the game set up and going. And I'm checking the donation incentives now, and it looks like for player 2, which is myself, we're gonna be playing as Sailor Mercury, which is pretty awesome. So do you want to set up the game, Days?
Yep. Here we go. Alrighty.
Did we change the lives?
Yes,
Sorry.
we did.
Okay. So we're gonna count us down. If you have any questions about the lore or anything else in chat, let us know. And we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go! Right. So, Sailor Moon R. It's sort of like the second saga of the Sailor Moon series. I'm not gonna say what happens because spoilers for anybody in chat that wants to know what happens. But this first scene that's gonna be coming up is we're gonna be at a festival at our school, and it's gonna be pretty cute. This whole game is cute, but and I'm gonna do my traditional I get hit the very first hit, because that guy always hits me no matter what. So a little bit of background on the speedrun. The fastest Sailor Scout for player 2 is actually Venus, but for the bit instead we decided for charity, we let y'all pick. So our PB in this is about 20 minutes and some odd seconds. But hopefully today we can still give you a good show with Anmi-chan, which is Sailor Mercury. We choose Sailor Jupiter for player 1 because she is very powerful and can body slam the baddies on the ground in like one fell swoop. So you can kind of tell we haven't used all of our attacks here, but so you can do a combo attack, you can do a jump kick, and jump punch, and you can do a spinning attack, but if you do the spinning attack, you will give yourself damage. So we use it sometimes, we'll use it a lot more in the next levels coming up to get enemies off the screen, sort of. But you don't want to use it a whole lot because obviously you die if you use it all the time. It's pretty powerful. All the Sailor Scouts have different abilities and they show off their different where's the last one? There it is. And there are different sequences from the anime and manga series. So my special attack is Shaybon Spray, and I'm pretty sure Sailor Jupiter's is Thunder Dragon, I think. We don't use those special attacks a whole lot because not only do they cause lag, but they are not accurate or effective, really. It's usually just better if you go up and attack them. With Sailor Mercury, her attacks in the first combos are actually not that strong. So what I want to try to do is try to throw the bad guys all over the screen because that does more damage than not. So we're doing pretty good for this first sequence, I think.
Yeah, this is a very good run so far.
Yeah. So at the very beginning, before we started the run, we changed our desired live set from 3 to 5. We did this because, again, I'm not quite used to using Sailor Mercury. Just in case we have to use a bunch of the special attack, and you die quite a lot if you have to use the special attack, which is the spinny attack. But we should be fine. And if you're playing this game casually, it is a very difficult game in my opinion in terms of a beat 'em up. So I definitely suggest using the increased live count. Days does retro achievements for this all the time. And Days, how difficult was your casual playthrough with one person?
It it was pretty hard to finish the game on just one person.
Yeah, co-op is I wouldn't say it's a joke, but compared to playing this alone, this is so much easier. So if you have Parsec and you want to play with a pal, I definitely recommend it because playing this casually alone is very difficult. Very, very difficult. So yeah, you kind of... The main strategies for the speedrun are trying to keep the enemies on screen because as soon as they're off screen, they take forever to spawn. Well, I just used my special attack there, so y'all get to see it briefly. Because then they just take forever to get back on screen, and then you're just waiting for the bad guys to come back, and it's a big time waster. But we're doing pretty good so far in this. You'll see there's random things on the ground, like this chicken that I'm gonna try to grab. There you go. Along with a bunch of other 90s games, obviously, a bunch of the power-ups and pickups are food-related, so go figure. Okay, they're still alive. And also, a fun fact is, like, if you're standing too close to your co-op partner, you will grab each other like that. So be sure you don't do that. So this is the first boss. This is Emerald. A bunch of the bad guys are based off of jewels and fine minerals and such. So we're basically just ping-ponging back and forth with the special attack. Luckily, we both have enough life to do it, and there we go. That was actually pretty good. Alright. On to the second stage, and there's Tuxedo Mask saying some stuff that doesn't make any sense because he didn't do absolutely anything in this entire run. So you'll see him around from time to time. Again, doing absolutely nothing other than saying that we're awesome and that he deserves all the credit. So this second stage is like a fantasy land. So imagine like a theme park that's like sort of like down the rabbit hole kind of situation. So these roly-poly guys are so annoying because their hitboxes are very strange and they just like to come out of nowhere and attack you, even though they go from the top of the screen, then they'll show up at the bottom of the screen. It's just a mess. And if you are playing this game casually, you see my spin attack like I can travel with my spin attack and it looks very interesting, and it kind of is like a 90s beatbox breakdown kind of thing. If you hold the left and the right trigger at the same time while administering the speed attack, you can travel with it. It looks really cool. But and like I said before, you kind of have different hitboxes for the different characters as you play as. So Mercury's spin attack, luckily, is pretty decent in terms of the radius in which you can hit other baddies. So I don't have much life right now, so I'm gonna beef it real quick. If you get to the point where you don't have a lot of life, you actually can't do the spin attack anymore, which is obviously not conducive to this. So if you want to pick up the rose days,
will do.
So we try to change off in terms of who picks up what health upgrade, and if like we're about to die soon, or if the other person has an extra life or whatever, it's fine. Oh, I picked up the life. That was by mistake, but it's fine. Yeah, so far so good. If you have any questions about the lore or anything else, let us know. I will try to keep an eye on chat, but try to fight bad guys and save the world while looking at chat is very difficult. Keep that in mind. But just a shout out to our communities. I see a lot of people here in chat here to support the Sailor Moon saga, and I'm super excited to show this off in front of so many lovely beans, and I hope everyone is having a great day so far. So this section right here is borderline auto-scroller. Dang it. So basically what you want to do on the screen is special attack these bad guys off the screen, or else they'll just stay around. And I've been trying to throw this one for a while. There we go. I'm gonna beef it real quick so I can have more life. So if by kicking them off the screen, you basically kill them. And it kind of looked like you kicked me, but you didn't, which was kind of funny. So So I'm the captain now, and we're gonna try to get these bad guys off the map. It's not going too well though, but it's okay. We're doing pretty good on time, so I'm not worried about it. Alright, I'm gonna jump off again, because I'm struggling. Alright, we need to separate a little bit. So again, if you get too close to your co-op partner, you will end up throwing each other or grabbing onto each other, which is actually kind of fun when you want to toss them to the other side anyways to grab, you know, a different enemy or whatever. But when you're trying to fight and you hold on to your partner, you can't fight anymore. So it's very difficult. So we're gonna try to keep these enemies off the boat as much as we can. Or this one just wants to hang out. That's fine. We're almost towards the end of this auto-scroller. There's just random animals in the background. Once we get to the cheetah looking... Oh, there we go. We just kicked him off. Okay, for this next part, Daze, do you want to pick up the rose? So, because we know your hitbox for the spin attack is probably better.
Sure, I'll pick up the rose. Okay,
so this boss coming up is pretty easy if you keep him in the corner. As soon as he's out of the corner, it's a pain in the butt, and you don't want to deal with him. But I'm pretty sure his name is Sapphire. But we'll have
he
to...
starts by punching again like usual.
Yeah, he'll like fall from the sky and then like start punching you, so you can't fight back, and it's kind of cumbersome. Okay, you got the rose. Alright. Alright, so we got him on the first kick, so we should be fine. So I'm gonna have Sailor Mercury hang out and look cute for chat. She's just vibing. While Sailor Jupiter's doing all the work. And yeah, that was the second phase. So that was pretty good. Tuxedo Mask coming back and saying things. So at the end of each level, as you can see, Chibi USA basically grades you on the level. Getting a B or above is actually very, I wouldn't say rare, but it's uncommon for first players. We even get C's a lot, even though we've been playing this a while. Oh, yep, and these enemies are kind of the worst. Their attack is very mean. And it's like super time consuming. But this level in particular is probably the most difficult level in the entire game. This is basically Crystal Tokyo. Bad guys took over your Tokyo and crystallized it. That's basically where we are. So the roly-polies are gonna come. We're gonna try to keep them in the corner as best as we can, at least. There should be another one coming. If you just jump over them and try to push them in the corner, that usually works out. That's pretty good. Alright, so these people are gonna shoot out of this salon. These bad guys can electrocute you, and it's not nice because like the animation for electrocution is not only terrifying, but it takes forever. So we're gonna try not to get electrocuted because that would just be bad news. Yeah, so Daze, who's your favorite Sailor Scout? I know everybody kind of knows the answer to this, but those of you who don't know they don't know.
Definitely got to be Sailor Jupiter.
Yeah. Which is another reason why we keep the first character as the main, other than the fact she's super powerful. Oh no, and that was my... So for first-time players, again, if you go to the starting screen, you can increase your amount of continues you get from 3 to 5, which I definitely recommend. So I just press the continue there, and it's no big deal. For the speedrun, you actually want that because you want to have the special ability available to you. Especially when, oh, there you go, y'all saw the electrocution on screen. It's terrifying. Anyways, it's just so mortifying. That and catching on fire in this game is pretty scary because of the lag, as well as the animation is terrifying. Alright, so that roly-poly guy actually spawned pretty well. Usually he takes forever, and we're waiting for like an hour. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. He took forever. Alright, I needed to die anyway, so that's fine.
Alright, do we have
Yep, sorry, go ahead.
Do we have some time to read a couple donations?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, we have a $100 donation from Sheriff that says Lesson 3. And there's Kainoshi donating $5, no comment there.
Oh, thank you, She. But yeah, anytime you have donations, just let us know.
Sure.
This last section is, I wouldn't say focus intensive, but it's very, we need to not die. So,
yeah, these plasma enemies are actually the worst.
Yeah, they're, oh, yeah. As you can see there, they're basically the worst. But yeah, so they spawn up from the ground, and then they suck the life energy out of you, and it's not great. And it's also super time consuming to like get out of that hold, and they're very mean. Spawn! Thank you, gold thing. For lives, if you hit a certain number of points, you automatically you can automatically get another life. Otherwise, there are some life pickups in the game, but not a whole lot. So we're at the point where we're gonna try to just karate chop everything. I might beef it real quick because when these golden things come up, I'll wait for a little bit. It's easier to hit the plasma things with your special attack when you're twirling, as opposed to getting close. Come on. Which is kind of unfortunate for Mercury, considering Mercury's throw attack is better in most cases, but...
So one of the best things to do with this is to try to grab the enemy and do 2 punches and then a throw, because you get the maximum amount of damage out of Jupiter when you do that. So you see me doing that actually quite a lot, or at least attempting to. However, the plasma people are very hard to catch, and they will grab you.
Yeah. Getting close to most of those enemies is kind of hard, especially, I would say, the plasma ones and the characters with the swords. How many continues do I have? I think I have 2. I think I should be fine.
Well, that is a very short game here.
Yeah, for co-op it's pretty short. For single player it's a lot longer, I think. I don't know what the world record is for single player games, but I don't think it's 20 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna pick this up. Yeah, I'm gonna pick them up. And I'll just do this, and then I can have a continue coming in to the boss level. So there's gonna be a lot of enemies on the screen. This boss coming up could be kind of annoying because so basically for these next bosses, they have like minions come down before you fight the actual boss, and then while you're fighting the boss, you also have to fight the minions that are in your way. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 ×3 kind of thing. You have to fight everything that's trying to kill you at once while trying to not die, which, as per tradition with fighting games, I guess. Wow, I just got mode.
The first boss also has enemies that'll spawn if you do not kill her quick enough. She'll jump to the background where you can't hurt her, and she'll summon 2 of them. Which is why we definitely do the ping pong thing.
And if you hit an enemy with your co-op partner at the same time, you'll actually do more damage. Obviously, and it's faster, but it's pretty difficult sometimes. So I'm gonna just try to chop these enemies and not do my spin kick for now. We have to get rid of these silver plasma things in order for that guy to come down. And then hopefully we could push him in the corner. So if we push him in the left corner, he stays on screen.
Shoot.
Oh, it's okay. Alright, so I got, so make sure to stay in the corner.
Oh, I ran out of,
It's okay, I got him. So we see him right here. He's like not going off screen, which is good because if he goes to the right, he could go off screen, but that wasn't too bad, so.
So my favorite thing is Tuxedo Mask's comment there is that nothing compares to the beauty of Sailor Moon, and it'll call out whatever Sailor Scout you're currently playing, even if you are Sailor Moon. And I always thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, and it's like, she's not even here. So this is Planet Nemesis. These enemies actually aren't as bad as the Crystal Tokyo enemies. And it's a pretty quick level, so this is going to be the last level of the game. But for any Sailor Moon fans in chat, there are a couple of Sailor Moon games. There's this one. The first game that is worth mentioning, because it is a beat 'em up kind of like this, but the hitboxes are absolute garbage. So just as a heads up, if you wanted to get through the series, you have to be major patient with that one, just because of how bad the hitboxes are. And I play a lot of retro games, y'all, and I have not seen a janky hitbox like that in a long time. So basically, you could be in the middle of a combo of an enemy, and then they can just randomly hit you, even though they're like miles away. It's very strange. Especially there's one boss that's like a weird little cat thing. You could be within the same level and within the same hit range, and you can't hit him for some reason. So when we were trying to figure out which game we wanted to co-op run, we actually started with the first game and then realized how miserable that second boss was. So then we switched to this game because I'd rather play something that's mildly considerate in terms of having an accurate hitbox, but just as a FYI. I also speedrun the Sailor Moon R on Game Boy, which is very, very simplistic game, and it's only like a 7-minute run, so it's completely different from this. If anybody was looking into getting into that, it's a very different game. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple RPGs. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of Sailor Moon games, considering how big the franchise was, in my opinion. Okay, so trying to grab these enemies and throw them, but instead they are hitting me, so I'm just gonna try to karate chop my way to victory. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Just karate chop your way to victory and throw my best friend across the screen. Because we're standing too close together.
That's always the best part of this, is the throwing your partner across the screen.
Throw your partner around and round. Something, hit the bad guys. Run. Don't do it. Unless it's necessary, but I mean...
Jupiter does this weird kind of belly flop on them.
Yeah, it's like a sumo throw. Okay, so these roly-poly guys are really annoying. Trying our best to keep them on the screen over here. They being roly, and they're very poly. I need to die at some point.
There's
Probably
rogues here if you want to grab it.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that then. Don't die. So there are a couple roses throughout the game. This one is very opportune considering where it is. You're about to like go to the final boss, and this final boss's name, I'm pretty sure, is Prince Diamond or something. Following along the lines of crystal things and all things gems. And he just kind of just sits there and watch while we beat the snot out of these minions.
Just cape
He
flying
should be,
majestically in the wind.
yeah, like a jerk, a jerk cape. He's just taunting us at this point. He's just like, huh. Right, so he should be coming down soon. Alright, we got him on the first hit, but he did go off screen, so now it's the waiting game to see when he comes back on screen. Because he likes to just hang out and not really care. And, like, not really care about us finishing the game. Oh, that was not great.
And time is when we do our victory animation.
Yeah, so coming up very soon.
Ooh, he jumped back. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was weird. Alright, and it's coming up. Time. Yo, GG's. That was not bad.
Not bad at all.
No. And I didn't run out of lives, which is awesome. Because that can happen for a character that you haven't played before.
And we both got a
yeah.
B.
Yeah, we both got a B. Look at that. But I just wanted to say, before we sign off, I just want to say thank you to everybody on the Power Up with Pride staff, volunteers, people in the Hype Squad just hanging out, big chilling in chat, for putting this together. The Trevor Project is very near and dear to my heart, and I absolutely love this charity so much. So thank you for having us. And Days, thank you for being my co-op partner for my very first co-op run. And this was also Days' first marathon run. How'd it feel? How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. It went pretty well. You know, I had a great time. Really glad to be a part of this.
Awesome.
Doing some good work.
Yeah. If you like what you see, you could follow us on twitch.tv/AirAngel or twitch.tv/Deus_Ruina. And I hope you enjoyed some Sailor Moon R on the SNES.
Yes, and hello, I am Cleric, and this is a reminder that you are watching Winter Pride 2020. Coming up, we have FFR Pro 21 running Dr. Mario Online RX category Virus Buster. And we are raising money for the Trevor Project. And the Trevor Project, for the last 20 years, Trevor has worked to save young lives by providing support through their free and confidential crisis programs on platforms where young people spend their time, online and on the phone. Trevor Lifeline, Trevor Chat, Trevor Text, and Trevor Space. They also go beyond our frontline crisis services to invest in education, outreach, and advocacy service resources.